We're at the Facebook Live TV show and Create It, Launch It, Profit. We'll be simulcasting on all our platforms and just kind of giving you an update about what's been going on, where we're going to be going, and just kind of catch you up on what you're going to be learning, hopefully, from my successes and my failures, which there have been a few lately. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to figure out kind of what's happening with one particular piece of equipment that I've been using lately is somehow it's failing. I have a feeling that it is actually just that component that I'm using is not working. But I'm going to catch up on all that a little bit later on in the next couple weeks. But I just want to come on and let you know we have been, me and Everett and I know Mike Koenigs has stuff going on. We've all joined forces. Everett and I started a new business together and are working with Mike Koenigs on a project that's called the Business Accelerator Group. And that has been going fantastically. That's essentially a mastermind group. I'm not really supposed to use the word mastermind, but it is essentially a mastermind group called the Business Accelerator Group. And what it does is it takes the certs that are in Publish and Profit, and even in some of the other certifications that You Everywhere Now creates within their systems. And we've put them into a mastermind group where we are helping them build their business based on all the teachings within You Everywhere Now, and plus all of the people that are in it. We bring whatever it is that we know into the group. We're going to be going on some retreats. As a matter of fact, this week we'll be deciding where our next retreat is. It's going to be somewhere in North America. That's what I can tell you. It's going to be in North America somewhere, and we'll be announcing where that's going to be. If you're not part of a mastermind group, you're missing out. And if you're a cert with You Everywhere Now, you're definitely missing out, because we have some definite things planned. We're going to be in San Diego. I see John North is on. Hey, John. And we are going to be in San Diego and using the studios over there for 2 days. We'll be there putting some stuff together, and you're just not going to want to miss out. So if you're not in the Business Accelerator Group, also known as BAG, which is kind of funny, we're trying to decide what we're going to do with that acronym of BAG within that group. There's got to be something. It's got to be funny, right? It's just one of those things. But the name of the acronym for the company that Everett and I created is actually BIG. So it's the Big Bag, the Big Bag Theory, as opposed to the Big Bang Theory. So we got a lot of stuff going on there. Hey, John North in the house. I love John North being on the broadcast. And so I don't think John's coming down to San Diego. If you are, that'd be fantastic. So let me know if you are. I did, not even checked in. I know when we host our bi-weekly calls, it is in the middle of the night for John there in Australia. So he can, it's hard for him to join us on those particular events that we host. Every 2 weeks we get together and we talk about each other's business, and we talk about certain things. Right now, in the latest one, we talked about purpose and what the purpose of us individually is going to be, and what the purpose is. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see which kid is peering through the door there. The lights are so bright. I didn't get you. Just go in the microwave oven and get the edamame out of there. It's all hot. Pour it in a bowl and then put some salt on it. It's going to be fantastic. I'm sorry. I meant to go in there. I cooked my daughter some edamame in the microwave and told her I was going to get it. And I plugged my computer in and hit go live. And so she came out here to yell at me. So we're going to be in San Diego. Again, if you're not part of the group, become a part of the group. It's outstanding. We are going to here in the Facebook Live and Create, Launch, Your Profit are branching out and doing some new things. Some of them I do just to do a proof of concept to show you that they work. But two of them actually have legs, and I'm going to see where they take me. As I've been doing Facebook Lives now since the birth of Facebook Lives, it becomes really easy and fast for me to do them. So it's easy, and again, it's fast. And it doesn't take that much more time out of my day. part of what I do in the day is just try to catch up on all the technology and see what's going on. And I'm testing out certain things, certain pieces of equipment. I got my drone over here, which I'll probably run off and grab in just a second and show you the drone towards the end when everybody starts to leave. And if you want to know more about the drone that I just got, we'll be talking a little bit about that drone. That's really not part of this broadcast, but I'll bring it out just as we're finishing up here. That way I don't miss the point of all this. Kid dumps salt on edamame. Yeah. Yeah, she might do that. No, it's one of those twister kinds. So the kids remember that it's actually Vivi Ray. We have our own cooking show. That's one of the things I started talking about is that, hey, Bruce, hey, we got some of the heavy hitters in the bad group that are on this particular broadcast. And he's giving his kids high blood pressure. Oh no! On the edamame, you put salt on there. That's what you do. It's just salt. It's normal salt. Yeah, she's the cook, right? So, in talking about that, thank you, Everett. In talking about the cooking show, the Constance Cooking Show, I just kind of started that on our personal page just to kind of see how I can better use the program Switcher Studio, which I'm going to be talking a little bit more about because there's more that you can do with it than I could the very first time I brought it to you about a year ago. So there's some cool things that I'm able to do now, and adding to it, you can hook up obviously your other and Everett, don't listen because this is only for iOS devices, so you can just you can go away if you want to. I don't want you to go away. I just am because he's not an iOS guy, but it starts with your iPad. Your iPad becomes your Switcher Studio. Where you're switching from a camera angle to camera angle, and nice. Did you get it? What? Is this for me? What? All of it? Is it for me? Yeah, all of it's for you. Yes. And so the iPad is your switcher, right? Where you have all your cameras. Your cameras are your iPhone. So however many iPhones or even another iPad you have, those are your other cameras that you have set up in different positions. So you have a multi-camera shot that you can do using Switcher Studio. And on your iPad, you can go from each one. Now, you can have a fade in or fade out. You can have a twisty little transition. You can have a few different transitions. You can put in lower thirds. You can do all kinds of different stuff that you can add. You can add pictures. If you want to show a picture, you can actually run video off of whatever's on your iPad as far as the video. You can use it on the iPad and run it. And people can hear the audio if you run it off your iPad. You can connect to your computer so that you can share your screen. So if there's a PowerPoint presentation you want to show, or maybe a website you want to show, the only difference is if you run a video, the audience cannot hear the audio from your computer. The video that runs that you want to hear audio from, you're going to have to make sure it's on your iPad. And what I'm able to do with the cooking show, the Constance Cooking Show, is that we have the shot from the Osmo that I can control up and down and right and left and zoom in and zoom out. I can put my iPhone on the Osmo and control that from the iPad, which is really cool. I then have an overhead shot using another clippy type of what do they call it? Like a monopod, I guess, where it's clipped onto a cabinet. So now you can look straight down into the pot as we're cooking. And then you have the camera that's on the back side of the iPad that shoots down at all the ingredients that I have on the counter. So I'm going to be sharing with you how I do that and what that looks like. And the thing about it, it's all wireless. It all runs off of Wi-Fi, and it's we get it set up so fast. It doesn't even, if we have to cook dinner anyway, it maybe takes me an extra, maybe at the most, if I have update software at 10 minutes at the most to set up the cameras and get everything going. And really, it doesn't even take that long. So I'm going to be sharing you with that. And again, that would start off as just like a little bit of a proof of concept thing, which actually is kind of grown. And we have as many as, I think, 300 people from time to time watching the videos live and in the replays, and asking, where do we get the recipes? What equipment are we using? And we're sharing the links, our Amazon links for the different kinds of things. I think I have 10 people that I've been able to show bought pressure cookers based on our cooking show. So it's working out really, really well. So I'm going to be sharing with you, now that I know how to do it a little bit better. I have a habit, and Bruce knows this because he calls me on all the time. I have a habit of just like jumping in and showing you something, and things go wrong so quickly. So I've been using it long enough now I'm sure something still will go wrong, but not as many things. And we'll be able to show you how everything works using the Switcher Studio. The other thing that I got going on is let's see some of the comments. Miguel says, brilliant. See, now that's why I like Miguel. Miguel is the only one who's truly honest in this group of men that are on this particular thing, right? So brilliant. Thank you, Miguel. I appreciate that very much, and I respect you. And Bruce, way more than this show. Oh, okay, gotcha. Food rules, good. Hey, Nobby. Nobby's joining us. We got 2 people from Australia. We are in an international crowd here. There's no TV hosts like Andy Falco. Oh, thank you. And Bruce, you know what? I love you too. Sorry, I didn't mean to just give Miguel all the props there, but I do appreciate you very much. He shows us how to be a broadcast and a dad. Well, thanks. And yes, Everett is a Apple snob. All right. So the thing I got going on that I've been working on, let's not go overboard, Miguel. All right, Navi. And so the other thing I've been working on is developing a new, what am I calling it? A broadcast company, I guess. I don't know. There's probably a better name for it. Broadcast studio. No, broadcast company. At least that's the word I'm giving it now. And it's called Orange County Live TV. And what my plan is, and what is actually shaping up to look like it's actually going to work, is that on Facebook Live, I'm going to create this network, right? This TV network on Facebook Live. And on that network, I'm going to invite other broadcasters to broadcast whatever their interests are. So I already have one guy who's told me he's interested in doing a sports show on Orange County Facebook Live. And it'll be sports that are happening within Orange County, right? Orange County, California. There is an Orange County, Florida, but we're talking about Orange County, California. I have somebody who's interested in doing a show on all the art that is created in Orange County. We have a very huge art community in Laguna Beach. And of course, in other towns, I know of an artist in Cypress. I know another artist in Los Alamitos. And so what she wants to do is go and interview these artists in their process, and whatever it is they use for their creating their art, whatever medium they're going to use, and interview them. And so that's the kind of show she wants to do. So that's going to be pretty cool. I want to go to restaurants and microbreweries. I know that may surprise you, but I want to go to microbreweries, restaurants, and other cool places that are in Orange County, businesses, and interview the business owners, the founders of each one of those places, and just get down and dirty with how they run their business, who their perfect customers are, and help them get business and show them. And that's kind of like the little hidden secret there. I want to show them how to use Facebook Live and how to use social media, and perhaps they may want to hire somebody that may know something about that, and that could be me or one of you, especially those of you that are in the Business Accelerator group. That there could be something there for you. Also, talk about being a best-selling author and that kind of stuff. I've decided on a logo. Now, this may shock some of you or may not shock some of you, but it was tough, and I had people. When I ran the contest, somehow something's going on with my computer here. Hold on. Up to broadcast. It's not letting me click it. That's not letting me click anything. Hold on 1 second. I'm not sure why this is happening. Something is going on with my computer. It's acting like I've highlighted everything. So everything is highlighted on my computer and it will not go away. Hold on. Am I still broadcasting? Yep. I can see that I'm still moving. Hold on 1 second. I have no idea what's happening here. I'm trying to share my screen. I'm clicking on the button, but nothing's happening. All right. Hey, Bowie. How come you always come on camera when you don't have a shirt on? It's like 90 degrees here. So, of course, in my studio, I'm in my garage. There's no air conditioning in my garage. So I think he thought it was necessary to come into the picture with I have no idea what's happening here. Hold on. Every time I go to click on something, it's simply just highlighting everything and nothing else is happening. Well, it looks like I cannot share my screen. I was going to show you what the logo is that I chose, but apparently I can't. And I have no idea why that's happening. I have no clue. I've clicked at whatever it is that I can click. Buy the kid a shirt, man. I know. See, I can't even click to show you what that, it's not letting me. You can see I'm pushing the button here. Nothing's happening. Oh, it wants to now give me the Oxford Dictionary. And now I can't get rid of that. Now that's covering my screen. What the hell's going on here? Somebody's taking over my screen. Oh, you know what? There is a chance that my kid may be on the mouse in the other room. Hold on. Let me. Hey, Vivi Ray. Hopefully that took away some of the voice. There is a chance that one of my kids turned on the mouse that's in another room, and the Bluetooth has connected to my. I bet you that's what's happened. So we're just going to keep on talking. So the 99 designs. Hey, Bowie. Hey, tell Ray. See the mouse that's on the table there? Bring me that mouse. Bring me that white mouse. Bring me the white mouse. Yes. All right, so she's going to bring me the white mouse. So the 99 Designs, let's talk about that a little bit. 99 Designs is a great platform. Everett loves to use 99 Designs. I've noticed he does it for a lot of things. I tried it for the very first time. I've used Fiverr. I've used it's not called Happy Hands. What's that one called? Somebody help me. It's called something Hands. Gifted Hands, Helping Hands. Anyway, I've used people from there. I've used other platforms. And thank you, buddy. And 99 Designs is actually pretty cool. The problem is that's what it was. They must have set something on the mouse inside there. So now I can bring it up. Wow, that's so crazy. The things that you learn. So here's the logo that I decided on. It's clear. It's simple. This is a small version that you're looking at right now. But it can obviously blow up and be bigger. There's other versions that I really like that, actually, this is not necessarily the winner. The winner actually says Orange County Live TV underneath it. And the font is a little bit bigger. So somehow I picked the wrong one to show you, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Let me actually see if I can pull up that other page here. 1 second. I got to drag this down. See, Bruce is right. Always something happens. I mean, the incredible, right? The unlikely things that can happen seem to happen. Who would have figured? Here are the designs that this guy created. Here we go. This is probably the one right here that I'm going to utilize. Here we go. Right there. As you see, the font's a little bit bigger. It says OC Live TV underneath, but yet still has that logo. So I could use that logo individually of just what looks like an orange, but it's OC where the green closes up the 0. And then I like the sideways triangle for the start button for a video. And I really like it how it came together. And there's other things that he did to really show it off a little bit. I like, where is it? Maybe it'll come up here. Oops. Nope. Now we're getting into somebody else's stuff. Since I didn't choose them, I probably should. There it is. I really like that look right there, that silver look. It looks pretty cool. And if we just take that other version where you have that little logo but then replace it with the leaves and then OC Live underneath, I think it'll look really, really cool. All right. So that's what that looks like. So sorry about that. But again, the funny thing is the fact that just anything can happen. Only when I go Facebook Live, right? My kid comes in with no shirt on. Inside the house, they decide to press on my mouse, and causes everything to go haywire on my Facebook Live. Only that can happen to me, and only when I'm live. None of this stuff happens when I'm not live. All right, so back to 99 Designs. The problem I found with 99 Designs is that you can have so many good designs. I had 185, I think it was. Let me actually go back and see. Let me see if I can go back and take a look and see what the number was. See if it'll show me. Hold on. It was. Oh, shoot. I think because I selected a winner. So I got 85, I think it is. There are 65 different people who submitted art, which ended up being somewhere in the neighborhood of so that's 165. It was a large number. I think in the end, I had 180 something different designs that I needed to look at and choose from, which made it very difficult. And when you put out a contest for people to help you decide which one to go with, nobody chooses the same design, right? So if you put up 5 designs, everybody's like, the one is your favorite, they give a 1 to your favorite and they give a 5 to one that you didn't even consider, right? And then the next person gives a 1 to something completely different. And everybody has different comments. Bruce, I know, commented on and has some great comments that I used and actually gave to the artist. Everett had some really good comments, and a few other people that looked and made some decisions. But I can't tell you necessarily that it was, it helped me with my final decision. It helped me give information to the artist. So I guess in the end it did help me, but it was so difficult to choose from that many versions. So just understand that. That was a lot of people that participated and gave me the idea. So now back to what I'm going to do with Orange County Live. So Orange County Live is essentially the network. And then within the network on Facebook, I'm inviting other people and teaching them how to do Facebook Live. So these people that want to do their shows, I'm going to teach them how to do Facebook Live, how to do it from their phone, what equipment they need to use, a mic and that kind of stuff. And so they're going to do that. And again, my goal is, one of the breweries that's in Anaheim is called Golden Road, and they make some fantastic beers. They just opened up a second brewery within Anaheim. I'm gonna go there, do a live show, and then again, my goal is perhaps to become, maybe as a consultant to that company for social media. It may work, it may not work, but again, this is how I'm going to give back to you and show you what's working, what's not working, and just kind of take you along with the process and show you what I'm doing and how I did that. So I got business cards of people that want me to come and do a show. I think in most cases, I'll probably use Switcher Studio because it'll allow me to have a camera on us at a table doing an interview. There will be a camera that could be a roving camera walking around and maybe talking to people or showing people doing whatever it is they do in whatever places I'm at. And then maybe another camera shooting back if I'm at a restaurant in the kitchen or something like that, showing what's happening behind the scenes and stuff like that. And so those are just some of the ideas that I have for Switcher Studio, be able to use multiple cameras without a lot of wire and a lot of effort. And I could do it all myself. And I think in some cases may bring somebody along, maybe my older son or my older daughter, to help out. All right. And so, I can't wait to tell you how that all works out. So that's going to be really cool. All right. So one little tip I have for you, I'm going to show you right here, is I have this bag. Now I went around, you can probably see there is a lot of stuff in there. This is all my electronic equipment inside there. If you see that, I got all my wireless mics and that kind of stuff. And I was looking for a bag. Yes, you probably can't tell from where the camera, but there's a lot of pockets in there that I have stuff kind of put in the pockets, that kind of stuff. Now I went to Sammy's Cameras. I went to a place in Hollywood that actually is for the film industry in Hollywood, and was looking for bags to put my equipment in that I could easily carry around, that wasn't too big, wasn't too bulky, wasn't too heavy. And, you look at Pelican boxes. I looked at backpacks, other non-top bags. They were $300, $400, for some of them. Some of them were $200, but were, just didn't have enough space and were too small or whatever. And the prices got ridiculous, right? So I was at a bed bug search with one of my new handlers, and I saw them with this bag. Not this bag. They had their own bag. And I go, wow. I go, that's a really nice bag. Where'd you get that? They go, well, we got it at Home Depot. I go, how much was it? And they said like $29. And I go, get out. I open it up. I see all these places for pockets and the zipper right here where I have my black tape and have some other markers and things in there. There's pockets on the outside. I'm not sure if you can see that. So I have one of my tripods are stuck in a pocket on the outside. So it's got pocket on the outside. It's got pockets on the inside. It's got a place for a business card to go in over here, and it's solid and hard as a rock as far as the shell to protect the stuff on the inside. The zipper is very strong and very sturdy. This one was $39 Husky at Home Depot. And so there's my first hot tip for you. If you have a bunch of equipment that you want to be carrying around, I got just about everything audio. That's my audio case. Everything audio other than the GoPro that's in there. Everything that I have in regard to audio stuff is inside that bag. I didn't buy a $200 bag. I bought a $39 bag at Home Depot, and it worked out perfectly. Actually, it might be $29. It's right between $29 and $39. So that's my very first tip to go ahead and get that bag. Hey, Bowie, can you bring me that black bag right there? I'm going to bring in one thing. So those are some of the things we got. I brought you up to date on what's happening in Business Accelerator Group and what we're going to be doing in San Diego. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. This one's my best kid. I tell my other kids that Beau's the best one out of all of them. Yes, that's right. The one with no shirt. All right. So talked about the Business Accelerator Group. I talked about Constance Cooking and what we're going to be doing with that, showing you how we get that all set up. We talked about Orange County Live TV. We chose a logo, and we're going to be getting up and running with that particular thing, and got people interested in what we're doing there. That's all good. I'm going to be sharing some of the equipment we're using on that. And then the other day I did a Facebook Live with the drone, and this is the case that I got. It's just a cover for this box. Actually comes with the drone, and it's a pretty cool styrofoam protectant box that actually again, it comes with the drone. Your drone is inside here. So I got the cool black, it's not really black, I forget what they call it, but this is the version I got. Hold on, let me see if I can put this somewhere so it doesn't cause things to go haywire, and I definitely don't want it to fall. And here is the controller. The controller is so much better than the old controller. It's easy to use. And then you got your blades and your charger and that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to set it all up, but we'll talk a little bit about the drone. So many things I like about it are so much better. The jib and the camera are a lot stronger, not as delicate as my first version. And the support when you pack it away is so much easier to put on there. I think every time I tried to put the little protector on that camera, I felt like I was going to break the camera, and you never knew which direction it was supposed to go for real. And it was just a pain in my derriere. And so that was a big pain in the butt. The battery itself, it's got a little bit longer life. I think I can only fly for 15 minutes on my old drone. This is essentially double that. It's about 30 minutes. I've tested it out. I've got about 25 minutes so far. Most of the days that I've been flying, it's been a little bit windy, so I think that has an issue. Had part of the reasoning why I didn't get a full 30 minutes out of it. But I think you probably get it consistently. You could probably get 28 minutes if you have a full charge and it's a pretty calm day. You got sensors on the back. There's the back sensors, and then these are the front sensors. Those are always on, so it'll keep you from flying into stuff. I was flying through some of the redwood trees that we have up the road here this morning. I'll show you some of that video a bit later on. I haven't downloaded it. The sensors, let you know that you're coming close to something, and actually causes it to slow down, and it wants you to be a little bit careful. So backing up and going forward. There are side sensors. That's what these two gizmos are right here. Side sensors. Those are only on when you're in the beginner mode and one of the other modes. I forget which one. But if you're in sport mode, you have no side sensors. Those actually turn off. And so in sport mode, when you're going faster, you can actually slide sideways into a tree or a wall, and there's nothing to stop you from doing that. All right. So just know that in beginner mode, the sensors are on. And there is one other, and I forget what it is, but in sport mode, which is when you can fly it faster, farther, and all that kind of stuff, it's the side sensors are not on. The propellers are really easy to put on now. You just push down and turn, and it's pretty easy. And what else was there? I did find, it has a button now on the app that you just push that button and it comes right back to where it took off from and lands. And so when you get to where you're run, you can say, I'm getting pretty close to, I'm going to run out of battery if I don't return soon. You just hit the button return, and it'll fly back and land within an inch of where it took off from. It is amazing how it does that. So that's pretty incredible. All right. So that's what, this drone is all about. And I'm really enjoying flying this one. It's fantastic. The technology is amazing. Of course, the first two places that I really wanted to fly it, one of them is at the White House restaurant in Anaheim, where they had a fire exactly 1 year ago. And now they're rebuilding it. I was going to go fly and take some pictures of some of the construction that's taken place, and they're almost ready to open it up. Not almost ready. They're like a month away. But tried to fly over there, and it was in a no-fly zone. So I understand after some research, I can email DJI and let them know that I want to fly within their area, that it's I have permission and all this kind of stuff. And supposedly they will give you 3 days to fly in a no-fly zone, and I should be able to do that. I will give you an update, let you know how that all worked out. So the reason being is because the White House restaurant is right near Disneyland. It's within a mile of Disneyland, and Disneyland has a really wide circle around it. It goes all the way to the 57 freeway. Many of you may not know where that's at, but it's very far, because the next thing I tried to do was film the homeless being kicked out of the riverbed. Finally, between the Honda Center and the shopping center, which is across the Santa Ana riverbed. And I went to fly the drone there to kind of picture the activity of picking up some of the homeless tents that are there and that kind of equipment. And I couldn't fly there either. It had a no-fly zone. So I'm going to see what I can do about getting clearance to fly over there too. So I'm going to give you updates on that. All right. So, wow. That's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on around here. I got a contract that I'm trying to put together in Puerto Rico. That is still actively going on. I got an email from the gentleman in Florida that I think I told some of you about, that I'm trying to get a contract with him in regard to helping him with his social media and in book writing. And then, of course, I have all my cases that I'm working on. Just came back from Minnesota. Colder than cold. It was so cold. Right, Bowie? Right? You could not dress like that with no shirt. In Minnesota, because it was 12 below zero. You still didn't put a shirt on, dude. All right. So unless somebody has any questions about what we're doing on any of those agendas, let me know. Here's Everett. My friend Everett says, buy the kid a shirt. He's got shirts. Why do you like taking your shirts off? Because why? Because I like to. That's it? Because you like to? That's the only. All right. No other reason. Just because he likes to. And that's it. That's all you got to know. Let's see. Nabi says, cooking art, food art. I'm not sure. I'm sure you're referring to something that I said, but I'm not sure what that is. Cooking art. Cooking is an art. Okay. I got it for a show idea for Orange County Live TV. Bruce Jones says yes. He said yes about something, and I'm not sure what that was, but thank you. Hopefully that was a positive thing. Love the micros. Okay. Very good. Is that body art? Oh, yes. Yeah, my son, definitely. He's a handsome boy. Poor Everett. Wah, wah, wah. Very good. Bruce Jones, brand new for people who make shows. Yes, Bruce, watch for TV shows. Yes, that was kind of the Bruce Jones asked, do you know about Facebook Watch for TV shows? And yes, that was really one of the reasons why I wanted to get this network up and running and see if I could get some things going and see if I could get into that. And I've already sent emails asking and suggesting that I be put in the watch area. And so, yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to do. All right. I think of the rest of the comments we saw. Anything new since I started scrolling down? Well done, Andy. Thank you. A little success. We had a little success here and there, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Everett. I appreciate it. I know we like to rib each other. It would not be the same if we just did not rib each other. You should have seen this GIF that Everett. I wish I could show it. Would you want me to show it? I would want me to show it. But it was pretty funny. It has to do with a candy bar and then pulling a hoodie over your face, and then the candy bar gets spit out through the little hole. It was really funny. I laughed for about an hour, and still, obviously, I'm still laughing about it. And so I appreciate that. Very funny. And thank you for the kind words and the compliments. I appreciate that. It's it's most of what I've been able to do is thanks to all of you and people like these guys that I've been able to draw off of their expertise and experience and the leadership that they give me when I ask questions, and the honesty. That's really the most important thing. The honesty of saying, you know what, that's not good. Andy. Don't do that. You need to have that, right? You need to have people that are honest with you. I think that's one of the things we get out of the business accelerator group. It's still hard to say, not to say mastermind group. Out of the business accelerator group, it's the honesty, it's the holding accountable aspect of being in a group like that really helps you move forward. I can say today was not one of my favorite days. Have you ever had a day? Today was one of those days, and that's probably why I'm broadcasting so late, is one of those days where you just cannot, it's almost like you've been overwhelmed for so long that your body just kind of just dies. I literally was running around doing stuff, cleaning the house, putting some stuff away. Sometimes you just need to find storage for places that have just been sitting there doing nothing for a long period of time. You need to do that. So I was doing some of that. Our refrigerator broke down, so I went and bought a new refrigerator. Turns out that refrigerator is too tall. And once I measured, then I just, looked at some construction. I was possibly thinking about moving the cabinet up 1.5 inches, which I was thinking, well, there was another refrigerator right next to it, which was shorter. So I decided just recently to do something else. So you got all that. And your brain and body just essentially, sometimes it just shuts down and says, you know what, dude, go take a nap. Right. You hear on the radio now there's no women on here as far as I know, at least none that have commented, but just men are getting hammered in the media, and some of them rightfully so, and they deserve to be hammered. However, it seems like all of mankind has been taking a pretty strong hit. And so I think all of that, I got to stop listening to the radio. I have a couple radio stations I listen to that are obviously always bringing up all of that stuff. And so in Canada, I guess there was something, man was taken out of a word, mankind, they called it person kind. So I guess in Canada, they're not using mankind anymore. And so all of that, right? All of that begins to just like boom, boom, hammering you. And you go, you know what? As a man, I'm making a decision. I'm going to take a nap, right? We're going to take a nap. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's time to take a nap. Yes. And so that's what I did. Today was one of those days. And now I'm refreshed. And now I'm with my son and I love him. And I have my other kids that are in there doing different stuff. And so we're going to spend some time together, read a book and go to bed. Oh, you want to play on the PS4? Yeah. Well, maybe you can before you go to bed. All right. The world has gone crazy with political correctness, gone overboard. I know. How do you take man out of mankind? But I guess that's what Canada decided today, is that their prime minister decided that it's person kind, not mankind. You can't even say manatee. It's I don't know. What would you say? If it's not manatee, what's it going to be? A T? Because it's not a man, right? I mean, it's not a person, so you can't say person T. Maybe you have to say person T. I'm not sure. Yeah. It's a little bit difficult to listen to the radio and watch the news lately. But anyway, enough griping. I took a nap, and now I'm all refreshed and ready to go. I'm going to take on the world. How do you take Easter out of eater eggs for a chocolate manufacturer? I don't know. That's a good question. How do you take Easter out of Easter eggs? I know. So crazy. All right. So that is it. We're going to call it a day on this Facebook Live. I hope I give you enough stuff to think about what we're going to be bringing you, what we're going to be showing you. What I would like to do is show you some of the stuff we're doing for the cooking show and some of the equipment we'll use. So over the next couple of days, I'll be showing you that and how we do that. And of course, it wouldn't be a show without my children coming on camera. Oh, I show you the new cat? Has anybody seen that I got a new cat? Let me see Oliver. So here's Oliver. Here's our new addition to our family. Oliver, the cat. I'm calling him Spicoli. Because if you see his eyes, he looks like he's high. So I've had to explain to my kids what Spicoli is and who Spicoli is. Yeah, he always looks that way. He always looks like he's sleepy. So I call him Spicoli. They call him Oliver.
I'll take him.
All right. This is my daughter, Constance Vivian Ray. She's a star of Constance Cooking.
Ow, baby. Ow.
Yes, son. All right. This is ending the perfect way. Yeah.
Can I go over to Josh's way?
Yes, you can go over to Josh's way.
Why did he make you say that, boy?
I don't know. Never work with kids and animals. I know. I hear. All right, Nabi, you might be the only one left. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye bye.